The carbine is a light shoulder weapon designed to take the place of the pistol, which is normally carried by officers and service units. It only weighs 5 3/4 pounds, including sling, and a fully loaded 15-round clip. Although smaller and lighter than the M1 rifle, the operation is very similar.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Milsurp Man video. I'm really excited and happy to be back out here on the range getting you guys some content. I apologize for my absence. Me and my wife just welcomed my brand new baby boy into the world, and it's just been hectic here lately. But I'm here and I've got a very cool weapon to show you guys. I've got a war baby with me today, otherwise known as a U.S. carbine, caliber 30 M1. M1 carbine, 30 carbine, lots of different names for this little guy, but I'm very excited to showcase to you guys this beautiful gun. And if you notice the condition it's in is just fantastic, and that's because this is a brand new production gun from Fulton Armory. Now, if you don't know about Fulton Armory, they're well known for their M14, M1A style rifles, as well as doing a refurb service for M1 Grands used in CMP competitions, and of course, like we've got in our hand, a M1 carbine. And guys, this gun is just gorgeous and beautiful. I really appreciate Fulton Armory for sending this out to us to do some testing with it. I got lots of different ammo types to try out in this gun today. Hopefully we can do some good groups for you guys and kind of showcase some of the features that this gun has that Fulton Armory does a little bit different than a USGI gun. So without further ado, without a lot of yapping and talking, let's go and get into some shooting. All right guys, I'm laying here in the prone. I've got 5 rounds of Winchester white box. We've got our target set out there about 50 yards with iron sights. Now this particular model that I got did come with a Picatinny top rail, Ultimac rail. We'll get into that later on in the video, different models. I opted out just to do kind of original look. I figured you guys would appreciate that a little bit more. So 50 yards, iron sights, Winchester white box. We've got a little, about a 5-inch circle out there. So we're gonna see what kind of groups we can get with this stuff. Like I said, this gun is high quality and built to last. So without further ado, let's go ahead and try out our 5-round group here. All right, let's go check it out. All right guys, we're here downrange. You can see my group's a little bit higher to the right, but overall, the way the grouping is pretty good. Just kind of strung out there, all pretty much touching each other, except for this one flyer. Now, it could be because it's not sighted in to this specific ammo, but let's go ahead and take a step back and go ahead and try a different ammo on this bottom target and do a different point aim so we get any better success. All right guys, I got 5 rounds loaded up here. This Remington 30 carbine, 110 grain soft point. Loaded up in these KCI magazines. Now, I bought a bunch of these magazines for this review, and a lot of people have a lot of mixed reviews on them, but overall, I've had a lot of good luck with these and not had any malfunctions. They're kind of a cheap painted magazine. They're very inexpensive for carbine mags. They're marked like a W, like a World War II issue mag. But overall, they've done fantastic so far. So, kind of doing a double test of these, and let's go ahead and see what our Remington 110 grain soft point can do on our 5-inch circle down there. Let's go check it out. All right guys, for this group, we can see we got 2 here in the bullseye and kind of 3 strung up. Still holding that kind of right hand pattern with 2 flyers. Overall, still pretty good. That ammunition is really not known for its best of quality, but let's move on to a different type of ammo and try it out. All right, guys, now we're trying some of this Power Shock 30 carbine, 110 grain, same grains before. Hopefully, we get a little bit better group since it's federal, a little bit more premium quality ammo. And we're gonna start on our 5-inch circle here. Let's try it out. All right guys, downrange, you can kind of still see that holding right pattern here, this right-handed target sign. I probably need to adjust my sights, it's probably me. But you see we got 4 here. I thought I fired 5, I'll have to go back and count that, but overall still kind of the same grouping here. I've got one more ammunition at the top to try out, some surplus Lake City, so let's go ahead and try it out. I've got 5 rounds loaded up in this little baby mag. I've got some Lake City 1972 vintage military surplus ammunition in here. I picked this up from the CMP, so curious to see how this will do, being this is actually legit surplus, what the gun was designed for. And let's go ahead and try it out. As we can see here, this Lake City ammo is really not the best. We do have a really inconsistent group here, holding the same kind of hold right here, splitting my front sight right here in the middle, but we can see 3, 4, and 5. Definitely not the most accurate stuff. Got the best accuracy from a commercial ammo, which is, I guess, kind of be expected. I kind of have one more fun test to do, so let's go ahead and get back and try something else. Alright guys, we got some reactive targets downrange. We're going to let Austin let it rip with the Fulton M1 carbine. It's playing around with the stock pouch. A lot of soldiers during World War II had those on there for easy ammunition stowage. So Austin, go ahead and let her rip and see what you think. Looks like you're running out of targets.
Yeah.
So first impressions, what do you think about that?
It's a smooth shooting rifle.
Carbine, but still.
Carbine.
My turn to have some fun. I've got a whole platoon of communist corn syrup down there. I'm going to see how fast I can take them out. Oh, safety would have failed. That is way too fun, and the last round's a malfunction, but got through that magazine without a malfunction, and this is a World War II period magazine, so that's pretty impressive for the Fulton. We're almost to 400-ish rounds for this gun, and we've only had small malfunctions like that, so and you can just see how dirty this gun is, and she's just running like a champ. That was super fun, guys. Let's try something else.
If you GI, I will kill you GI.
Alright guys, we've made it to the accuracy part of the video. I've got my good friend Cody here. Cody, say hi to everybody.
Howdy.
And we're going to be doing some 5-shot groups with our Fulton. Not running optic, we're just going to do iron sights first, about 50 yards, would you say? And we'll just see who has the best 5-round group. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Alright guys, we're set up in the bog pod. We're shooting 110 grains of a Gila. Let's go ahead and see how we do after Cody's group. Fire it on. Let's go take a look.
Our fine measuring tool.
Alright, we're up here at our target. Cody, how do you feel about your group?
Well, I would have hoped for better, good sir.
That's the disadvantage of going first. I learned from your mistakes. Overall, what would you say you had there?
What is that, 1 3/4?
That's
and yours is 1 5/8.
Overall, pretty good accuracy for a carbine, wouldn't you say? I don't know if you've ever grouped a carbine with the ones you've had in the past, but I feel like that's significantly better than what a USGI gun would probably shoot, in my opinion.
With my skill with iron sights, I'm pretty satisfied
Plus,
with my...
the match trigger in these are excellent, so that definitely
Which I will
helps.
say that one of those, I'm going to say it's that one just because one of those, the trigger did sneak up on me, and it kind of
So
went before I was ready.
we both definitely had some flyers, looks like. So let's go ahead and scooter on back. We'll try some steel and try kind of a different challenge, wouldn't you say, from the distance, and we'll get back to it. Back to 100 yards. We've got our steel gong down there. What inch gong do you think that is?
6, I'm pretty sure.
6-inch gong, so it's really testing our accuracy. We've got 10 rounds loading these KCI 30 rounders, which I've been really impressed how they function so far. And of course, we've got our Fulton Armory M1 carbine, and Cody's up first because he always likes to volunteer. So Cody, without further ado, your 10 rounds. Whoever gets the most out of 10 obviously wins this challenge. So let's go ahead and do it. All right, Cody's up first this 10 rounds.
Holy fair.
Hit. Hit. All right, Cody got 6 out of 10, so I've at least got to do better than that. No pressure, right? And make sure we don't clamp our op rod, so the gun will function. All right, let's see how we do.
1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7.
Beat you by 1. That is too much fun at 100 yards. I think that leaves one more thing to do. To go farther.
Hail Mary.
Let's try it. All right, we're now moved to what, 175, almost 200.
Ish, yeah.
All right, well, let's do the same challenge. Whoever gets the most out of 10 wins this one. Hit. Hit. Ooh, double hit. Was that 4 out of 10?
4 out of 10.
Right. You rock?
Yep.
Alright, my goal is to be, what is it, 4 out of 10?
4 out of 10.
And I can barely see the target.
It's very difficult.
Okay, let's see. This is not a good start.
Aim at the same spot as we were before.
Well, you beat me by a lot. I can't even see it. All right. All right, guys, we got our carbine moved in a little bit closer so we can take a better look and kind of talk about this particular model. Fulton Armory did send this one out to me, and I really, really appreciate them. This particular one was their M3 Scout model. Now, when I got it, it did have the Ultimac Picatinny top. I did remove that and replace it with the wood handguard they sent, just to kind of keep it more traditional. I thought you guys would enjoy seeing more of iron sight shooting than you would optic. Right at the moment. I do plan on getting kind of a proper carbine optic for this in the future to do some more better accuracy testing than what you've seen earlier, but I thought kind of for the purist and just kind of for the aesthetic, we'd stick with the standard just USGI walnut handguard. Fulton does offer these in kind of a standard GI, paratrooper, tactical, different models you can choose from, starting I believe right around just $2,000 moving up. So these guns are very expensive, but they're very high quality. Something that talks about that quality is Fulton does a little bit differently than a lot of other reproduction on the market, is that they utilize a billet receiver instead of what would be a cast receiver on a lot of other reproduction. That gives this gun a lot of longevity and life. I kind of think Fulton's kind of thinking behind this is this being like an heirloom piece you can hand down for generations and still will be shooting for years to come. So having that billet receiver on here is definitely a plus. This gun does utilize a lot of USGI surplus parts, like this trigger group down here is marked inland, as long as our bayonet lug up here is a GI marked bayonet lug, and our safety is JAO marked. So a lot of the small parts are surplus on this gun, so that's very, very cool. you can kind of see the overall aesthetic is what would be referred to by collectors as a 1945 model, and that's just kind of unofficial term that we use to mean the kind of late war. I think Inland cranked a lot of these guns out late war look just like this, or these are more indicative of post-war rebuilds. So overall, what a lot of people think of M1 carbine, they think of this, even though technically it would have the flip side, the push button safety, no bayonet lug, which Fulton does offer that configuration as well as this configuration. Like I said before, beautiful walnut stock that is Fulton Armory cartouche marked, beautiful walnut stock that just smells of boiled linseed oil right out of the box. Beautiful gun, guys. I went ahead and threw a few coats on this, and it's just a beautiful piece of wood. One other big key feature on this gun, this does utilize a Criterion barrel that is chrome lined, 18-inch chrome lined barrel. That gives this gun a lot more longevity, and it can handle a lot more firepower than, let's say, a USGI gun. So this gun really is built to last for a lifetime. It's just a really solid gun, guys. I fired, and that's probably, after this session, probably close to 550 rounds. And just other than a few hiccups here and there from probably a bad magazine, nothing, I don't think it's the gun's fault, and it being completely filthy as well. I've not cleaned it through this session. I just greased and oiled it with my favorite lubricant, Shooter's Lube. If you don't know about Shooter's Lube, they're absolute great solvent and lubricant, and go check them out if you want to go get you some. They're a big help and support here at the channel. But anyway, guys, yeah, I thought I'd just go ahead and show this little carbine off. I plan on doing some more testing with it in the future, some ballistics tests, and hopefully getting us a nice little optic on top, do a little bit more accuracy testing, maybe from a bench to kind of take the human error out of a lot of things. But hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. I really appreciate you guys staying tuned and being patient with me. Fulton Armory, thank you for sending this out. I really appreciate it, guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.